right, I am back. Okay, so, right, data provider. So two things we need to do here. One, we need to pull in different data provider. Let's see, RA, I mean, I guess I could do this. Let's see. How does Vite handle having dependencies update? I don't know. Okay. Okay, so we got that dependency there. And then we can go back to the project and yeah. So unlike this example here has you in your app file, just importing the data provider and injecting it. Having a separate data provider.ts like that we got from using the however we set up React admin in the first place, npm init, like that, is the better way. But we can grab the name of the package, import that. We can get rid of our import of our data, and we're just going to use, let's say, simple REST data provider. It's just the default export, right? Yeah. Whatever. Call that. And then, yeah. For now, I'm just going to say localhost. That is eventually not going to work. Maybe I should, let's see, vite config. How do I want to do that? Process is not defined. What do you mean? You're just telling me what it is. Right, this is ESLint complaining. ESLint doesn't know where the context of this file. I could probably fix that, but I'm not going to right now. So I think we could do process.env.api host or... Yeah, I know it's not defined, but I think Vite will make that work. Let's see. Let's restart Vite. Now, if we go back to our front end, what's this? Oh, interesting. That's the wrong Vite app. There we go. All right, yeah. And like I said, it's broken. I do need to check. 5173. Then how is... Oh, that's going to be interesting. Okay, so anyway, let's see what's going on here. So we are making network requests. And can we look at just XHR ones? Here we go. So we make an option request to localhost :3000. Oh, right. So here, this needs to be / records, I think is what I used as a prefix. Okay, we don't need a trailing slash there. How about now? Yes, so we got a 200 response, and it's complaining the content range header is missing in the HTTP response. It expects that. Yep. Cool. So that is unsurprising and good. For some definition of good. So, as promised, we're going to kind of bounce back and forth between the front end and the back end to make this all work. So we can go into our get list handler. How do we return headers with Axum here? Why? It knows it's Rust. Let me do this. What do I want to do? I guess I'll just look at the Axum docs. Here we go. So Axum JSON, Axum response into response. Let's go back then. Can we see an example of a response? So here's a response where we're just returning JSON. And we do want to do that. Response for more details. So how do we include a header? An array of tuples also gives headers. What if we wanted to... Okay, we can return a tuple with status code and... okay, yeah, so here we go. And I think I think there was an example of that, and I just... status code. Well, it's not the status that I care about, right? It's the headers. So how do we do that? Header map, impl into response to add additional headers. Okay. Cool. And then or an array of tuples to more easily build the headers. Okay. We could also do that. Or we could provide the status code. Or we could mix and match all the things together. Alright, so this is what I want to do, though, I think. Wait. Oh. My phone is yelling at me. Must be... something. Alright, so... Save that. Yeah, that complains, which is expected. Let's see if Copilot can figure out what to import. Huh. Thanks. Okay, good. Now, can we see... Okay, autocomplete doesn't seem to want to work. So what was the header that we need to add for the front end? Content range. Content range. Pagination info. I guess we're doing underscores. Feeling. Why doesn't control click work here? I think I know why. It's because I created this crate, and so whatever is there like a Rust analyzer thing to like refresh? Rebuild, reload workspace. Aha, I think this is going to fix it. The last time I ran into this, I ended up just closing VS Code and restarting, but I don't want to do that because I have like running commands. So can we autocomplete here? No. Can we? Okay. Restart server. promising. Right, that was after I moved the test API to be AI API, and then I had to close VS Code and reopen it for it to work. Stuff is happening. Indexing. Okay. Can I control click? No. Can I auto complete? Is it not that Rust Analyzer that is doing that work? Add current files create to workspace. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll do this the hard way. So hard to. Oh wait. The headers are content range. They're all caps with an underscore. See? Yeah. I didn't even need to look it up. I just needed to pay attention to what was going on. But attention is so hard. Anyway, so phone's yelling at me again. This is what I get for turning off Do Not Disturb. Content. Oh, right. So we have to. We don't. A thing that would be kind of nice to set up is a thing that would like do what our front end is doing, where like we're running it and it recompiles and reloads. But this is fine. I'll be back in just a minute. I gotta go see about getting some food going. All right, so lots of old messages. How about a new message? So it doesn't like something. Probably, yeah. The structure needs to look like this. So apparently, yeah, so I think we just need to return data. Can we do that? I guess where is this JSON macro coming from? Rust JSON. Sorry. And it can just look like JSON, yeah? JSON macro. From a JSON literal. It is nice, huh? Okay, so now, if I stop this, rebuild it, rerun it, we should not get an error. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, we got an error. What was the error now? The response to get list must be like data, but the received data is not an array. Data provider is probably wrong for get list. So if we look at this, get, We'll look at the response. Raw. We have data and an empty array. What's the problem? The response to get list must be like data thing. Okay, so we should probably look at the data provider. Oh, hey, look. The API response, when called by get list, should look like this. An array. Ah. Not an object at all. Yeah, and that makes sense because the error that we got in the front end is talking about, like, this is diagnostic for when you're writing a data provider, because this is generally speaking, when I've gotten this error before, this is basically you've done the wrong thing in your data provider, and the thing the data provider is returning back to React admin is shaped incorrectly. Now that could mean that you're getting data back from an API call and passing it in such a way that it's not shaped correctly, but most of the time this is actually a problem with the data provider. In this case, it was a problem with our API. So there we go. We have a working streams list. All right, now lunch is ordered. Maybe. Now I can turn Do Not Disturb back on. All right, great. Anyway, so what now? What we can do is if we get our JSON file back and we look at streams, right? So here's some data. So we can simulate the result being this. 0 through 1 of 1 is probably what we want to show here. I wonder how relevant this word, I'm really curious actually. Let's, while I rebuild this. So this says posts and then 0 through 24 of 319. What is actually done with that information? Like, how does that work? So get list, posts, 0 through 4 of 27, 2, 3. Oh, right, 0 through 4 is 5 records, yeah? 2, 3, 4, 5. Things that we're going to need to implement. These parameters, sort and range and filter, we will need to implement in our API as well to be good citizens of in this React admin world. But what is the custom headers, content range? Yeah, at some point we'll need to take care of like authentication and stuff, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So this data provider is just a single file, and what we're going to look for is how is it handling content range? Okay, it looks like it's getting content range. It is count header equals content range, parse int, split by slash, and take the last thing. Is that what's going on? And then we're specifying start and end ranges, split slash and pop. So I think that nothing really matters in the header that we return back other than this. the total number of records. Now, I guess this really says this. I mean, it says the value must be the total number of resources in the collection. But it doesn't really talk about these other things. And apparently these other things don't matter. So we're running. If I go back to the UI, hey, we have our test record again. Now, if we click onto that, we see this also fails. And of course, if we were to go to video clips or topics or transcript, all of these things, we're just returning the same list of records, right? For the handler, which is fine-ish for now. I think let's go ahead and maybe we can just sketch out what the API looks like for these other operations. So this should be really similar for get one, except that we will return a single record instead of a list. The key thing here, and the reason it's complaining, is the lack of ID, because we were returning an empty object. We have too many. Oh, that doesn't work. It's a little broken. I probably just need to restart VS Code, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. I'll just live with things being broken. Okay, and start the service. And if we reload this, and then we click into the record, we can see the record, and we can see the network request too for the get. Bring this back over here. We can see it a little nicer over here. That's odd. Why are we looking at topics? Oh, right. Because the we have a topic reference field here, so it's trying to pull information about the topics to show them in the chips inside of here. The actual GET request was this one, right? So we requested record/stream/0 because it was ID 0. And we can see the data that came back, and that's all fine. So we could try deleting, and you can see that nothing happened. Did we do a delete? We did do a delete. Probably, what is a proper response for a delete operation? Oh, I think we should return the record again. Let's see. HTTP delete status code accepted 204. Yeah, so like a 204. Can we just do status code, no content? We don't need JSON anymore. We can do that. Let's make sure that works. Service is down, so of course you can't do anything. Where did that delete operation go? So we'll resend, and this time we got a thing that I can't see because this refuses to let me reset. There we go, 204, no content. Seems reasonable. Okay. Get one. Create. So create needs to do the same thing as get 1. It needs to return the record. Because if it doesn't, things will be confused. So can we click create here? Yes. Wait. Streams, create. Why is there stuff in that? Oh, right, because we added the button to create. And yes, I remember now. Okay, so here we added this create button, and then we, in app.tsx, we had, no, that's not there anymore. Huh. Are there defaults? I'm confused. Okay, we call streams create. Oh, right. I think I think I know what's going on. So create button I think is not what I want. Hold on. How do I React admin? Okay. List actions. By default, if it has a creation view, or you set that has create prop. Huh. Okay. So first of all, I think we should take the actions out. We are going to have some custom actions, and I'll add this back when we do. But for right now, we don't need that. And then here, when we're defining the resource, I think we just need to say has create. It's true. Let's see if that holds. Okay. Now you can see we have the default button of export, and we also have a create button. And it's really interesting because this is a behavior I'm not used to seeing. Oh, it does a get on create. Weird. Since when has React admin done that? Can we look at the data provider section again? Data fetching. Use create. Or writing a data provider. Here we go. Create a record. Create. Calls create to create a new record. That's strange. Let's look at this RA data simple rest. I don't understand why our create endpoint. Well, I don't understand a couple of things. So one is, shouldn't the create be a put or a post? Looks like a post, right? That's okay. Am I seeing things here? Hold on, let's max this out. Here we go. So we're calling record streams create with a get request. Right? And we're getting a response. I'm not sure why. Yeah, there's no response. Right, so we got incoming body is empty, request, record streams create. Request, it's a get. Oh. I think I see. Oh, right. It should be records create, right? If we call records streams create, then that is records streams create, and that's a get. So it gets create. I'm doing air quotes that you can't see, but it's using this as the ID, and that shouldn't work. And I don't understand why a get request is being made here. I think that could be kind of helpful, but it's also kind of unusual. Is that something that's coded in here? Oh, it's not create. It's just key. It is this. Yeah, that's right. So why? This is the question. Oh. Right. So this URL, stream/create, this is just looking for a stream whose ID is create. Okay. So the question that I have then is this button, streams create. I mean, that makes sense, but okay, I've done something wrong here. Introduction, or resources. Here we go, resource, resource. Okay, we should have a create. Yeah, so here's the issue, is that the front end is supposed to map posts create to our create view. Is there a way to... Yeah. Some components, like create dialog, edit dialog, or show dialog, need to declare the correct components outside of the resource component. You can use hasCreate to tell React admin which CRUD components are available for a given resource. But we haven't done those things. HasEdit posts. Okay, so I guess if we really want to have the UI, the front end, to have a create here for streams, what we really need to do is actually give it the component, stream create. And we're just gonna do that, and then we'll have to create that file. Oops, in here. And this is going to look like this. Ish. So what are the fields? Well, that's easy enough, right? Because we have those fields already here. And then we just need to... Okay, I should have used add all missing imports. There we go. And then we can remove the things that we don't need. And right, I always do export default. Except it's not post create, it's streams create. The plural, yeah, I use singular here, so we'll use singular. There we go. Stream create stream, whatever you like. All right, cool. Create, and it's a little broken. Value of fields, topic IDs, not an array. Also, we can probably remove a bunch of stuff we don't need to Huh. Interesting. Request failed. Let's look at network. So what did we trigger by going here? Nothing, right? Okay. Yeah, value of field topic IDs is not an array. That shouldn't be that big of a deal. Actions aside components, mutation options of record. If you need default values, you should use default values prop on the form element. Yes. Simple form, default values equals. Yeah, sure. We don't want to show creator updated dat here. We can say topic IDs is empty array. We don't need that text field anymore. It sounds like lunch is here too. I mean default values. Default values. No, default values. There we go. So did that make you happy, React admin? Topic IDs is not an array. Use reference field controller TS. Interesting. Okay. What if, for a start, we just got rid of this, and we just had you, I guess I do want, oh, the stream should have a prefix. Right. Should have a prefix. Or a, also, why is this a date field? Text field? Wait, is it a, that was just wrong. Very odd. Anyway, text field, date field, source equals prefix. And then add that import and... What am I doing wrong here? I mean, besides the fact that Firefox is frozen? Not responding? Oh no. Well... this may be the end. Oh, well, did something. Why are there no fields? Export default, create, simple form, stream create, and then back in app.tsx, we import there. We say streams have a create. That should be okay. I might have to reboot. And the fact of the matter is that while there's a little bit of time left in the scheduled stream, I know that lunch is here. So I think I'm going to just end the stream here. And we'll pick this up next week. Maybe by next week I'll have figured out why there are no fields showing up in the create form. But anyway, not quite as much progress as I had hoped for the session today. But something to look forward to. I think next week I'm going to start to have some additional streams. I'm thinking Tuesday and Thursday mornings in addition to Sunday. Kind of break it up, but some additional coding streams interspersed. So those will also be morning streams like this one, but on other days. But that won't be until next week. So the next coding stream is going to be next Sunday, same time, and other streams throughout the week as normal. But until then, take care. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.